Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be coming out of the kitchen and we're going to go outside to the grill because I have a pork tenderloin that it probably has a name. Somebody probably has already come up with the recipe, but honestly I just kind of came about it because I looked in the cabinet and seen what I had as a marinade, and all I had was certain things, and those certain things were maple syrup and Cajun seasoning. So it's a bit of a, you would think that they wouldn't work together with the sweetness and the spicy, but in all actuality it works really well with the pork, and I imagine it would also work well with chicken as well, but pork in particular, that sweetness and the spicy along with the pork it just makes a fantastic flavor. And today I'm going to show you that, and it's gonna be a quick little video. All I'm gonna do is take care of grilling it. Bugs, the South. But let's get to it. Okay, so when we're doing this pork tenderloin on the grill, I particularly have propane. I honestly prefer charcoal, so don't go into comments being like charcoal is better. I agree with you 100%. Charcoal is the better one, but I ended up my charcoal grill a few months ago, kind of like the bottom fell out of it, and all they had at Walmart at the time was propane, and I had a bunch of propane tanks. So yeah, but what you want to do is, for me, I have 3 burners, and I set this one to high, this one to medium, and this one's not on at all. So I have basically it'll range in temperatures. So I'm gonna put it over here at first, let it get a nice char going to it, and then as it's, then I'm gonna move it on down to slow down the cooking process as I go down. Now let's say you have charcoal, then obviously you would just put all your charcoal on one side and have a dead zone over here that's not nearly as hot, so it can cook slower. But let's get to the meat now. Okay, so what we got here is 2 pork, well, not really 2 pork loins. It was 1 large pork loin that I split in half, and I scored it down so I make sure all the fluid got up inside there and everything. And I marinated it in the maple syrup mix. This is what I used. It is organic maple syrup. I took 2 tablespoons of the Tony Chachere's and 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and I added it to it via a funnel, and then I shook it all up nice and good, and half of it I poured up inside here to act as a marinade, and then the other half I have here that I will use as a basting. Just want to make sure this thing's good. We're just gonna sit these right here, let them sit for a little bit. Go ahead and close this off, because all we got to do is let that sit for a little bit on that side. I'd say about 1 minute, and then I'm gonna flip it on. It's basically got 3 sides to it. 3. I had 4. I actually had 5 fingers up. 3 sides to it. And so, and I can actually smell the maple caramelizing as it's sitting there. That's what makes this dish so awesome, is that it caramelizes on the outside, and especially as you're basting it, it creates this kind of like hard, not really a hard exterior, but you can taste it's a little crunchy-ish, a little bit. It is amazing. I'm telling you, you've got to try it. But like I said, I'm gonna let it cook for about a minute on each side, then move it over to the less heated sections, let it slow cook, come up to 145 degrees. So as you see, it has gotten some nice char. I actually love these little char bits on there. It's just, I don't know, I'm weird like that though. And so I'm gonna move these over here to where, about right here, where there's less heat over here. And move this one over here, just like that. And now, some people tell you to wait. Me, I'm not gonna wait. And so I just like to go ahead. I had a basting brush, but I don't know where the hell it went. This'll do though. This thing works pretty good. Can't forget down there. Oh yeah. Yeah, just gonna let that sit there. So, like I said, 145 is the temp that you want to reach for these right here. As you can see, they've been cooking for a while now, and I've used quite a good bit of the bottle. Not much left. I also went ahead and added me some corn up in here. and put the butter up in there with it. Yeah, butter's gonna come on out a little bit. I probably should have just turned it straight up like that. But yeah, I'm trying to let the butter create a steam inside there that will actually kind of like cook them, because I didn't soak the husks and everything. And if you're considering doing corn and you want to leave the husks on, go ahead and soak the corn and the husks in. I honestly like a saltwater brine solution. That way it gives it a bit of a salty taste to it as well. But you want to soak them for about 6 hours. 6 to 8 hours is what they say. Okay, these are ready, and so is the corn. And I'm just, man, my mouth is freaking watering right now. So yeah, they cooked for about 35 minutes total. Supposed to take, yeah, okay. And yeah, it turned out fantastic. Don't forget to turn off all your stuff and turn it off down at the bottom down there. We are done. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and slice this thing up. So go ahead and just got that ever so slight pinkness to it, ever so slight. You don't want it to be white going through there, because if it's white, it's overcooked. Pink is the optimal color you want. And a couple rolls to go along with that, and bam, look at what we got here. That is a great meal. Got us some Jameson, or well, got us some whiskey and Coke right there. Got us some pork tenderloin, got us some corn, and some rolls. And yeah, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna enjoy every last bit of this. And I really recommend you try the pork recipe. It is phenomenal, and I guarantee you'll like it.